that this was an extraordinarily difficult operation for the Indian Air Force, that you have given your adversary enough warning that a strike is coming. Of course, the only thing that would not be known is the exact time of the strike. And it was very clear by then that it would be an airstrike.
Yeah.
So he was already on alert. And he had enough time, he even had enough time, they say, to fly in shipments of PL-15 missiles,
Yes.
200-kilometer range, BVR missiles, long-range air-to-air missiles. And so what they did was, they laid an ambush for the Indian Air Force and aircraft. And this report mentions 2 or 3 aircraft having gone down. There is, of course, no confirmation from our side till date of this. My sense is that the PAF, the only reason for the existence of the PAF is to shoot down Indian Air Force fighters, right? I've heard this multiple times from Indian Air Force veterans, and I kind of, I didn't believe it until Sindoor, where the only, it's bizarre that you don't invest in anything else. You don't invest in air-to-ground munitions, you don't invest in air defense radars, you don't invest in systems like IACCS. You only invest in fighter jets, and you have, long-range air-to-air missiles, because their only thing is to knock down Indian Air Force fighter jets. So that is what they did, according to the report, on the opening hours, and which is why they say that they won a tactical victory. But tactics alone don't determine strategy, right? If you put your entire military warfighting strategy on tactics, you risk becoming Pervez Musharraf. Now, Musharraf is a classic commando general, right? He will say that I will do this, I will move all my troops, Northern Light Infantry will go in Kargil, they will sit over here. Brilliant tactically. But strategically, what will happen? India will not respond, they will do this, and then we will, strangle them in the Siachen, we will cut off the road and all that. How did you come to that conclusion that India would not respond? So, this is very similar, that tactically you might have got the things right, but strategically you get a beating like Musharraf did in Kargil, where he didn't see the larger consequences. There's no way but for India to strike back. And the way they did, it took them completely by surprise, right? They thought it would be like, they're going to just give up all that territory and stuff like that. So similarly here, the PAF seem to have invested very heavily in air-to-air combat. But like I mentioned, they missed the other pieces of this thing. Air combat is not just about fighters flying long-range air-to-air missiles. You have to protect your air bases. You have to have adequate dispersal. You have to have air defense cover, air defense network. So, air power is much more than just fighter aircraft with long-range missiles.
Yeah.
And that's what comes out very clearly through this. 7th of May, they did score some tactical victories. But by the 10th of May, it was a strategic defeat for them. And, if you were to use a cricketing analogy on the subcontinent, right? It's like the first couple of overs, one team bowls really well, it gets a couple of wickets, but it loses the match, right? So this is what Sindoor was. The Pakistani seem to have claimed some wickets in the opening hours of the match, which the Chief of Defence Staff also alluded to in Singapore, General Chauhan. But they lost the match. And that's clearly what this report says. It very dispassionately analyzes it.